Here's a preview of what you'll hear on this episode of Beyond the Wheel.
First, we wanted to give the EKKO a unique, rugged look that doesn't look like a typical motorhome. The EKKO looks a little bit more like a van with the front cap styling on it rather than a typical Class C with the overhead bunk. The EKKO, not only has the rugged look, but the chamfered aluminum extrusions on all of the corners do provide protection for the EKKO for the use the EKKO may see. So the whole look was to be unique and to give it that rugged, strong look. So
now enjoy the show.
You are listening to Beyond the Wheel, a podcast about the people and ideas that drive the RV community forward.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour, and backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com. We have a great show for you today. We are joined by Brian Thoreson, Product Manager for Winnebago Class Cs. We have had Winnebago on the show a few times now, but this is Brian's first time joining us. Brian talks with us about the Winnebago EKKO. Most likely, if you have seen it at an RV show or out on the road, you did not forget it. Brian talks with us about its unique styling and how they are able to pack so many features into a Class C RV that is only 23 feet long. We also find out what makes a Class C a Class C. So without any further ado, let's get this episode started. Hey, Brian, thanks for joining us today. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at Winnebago?
Sure. I've been at Winnebago for 26 and a half years. 21 of those years, I was in the design engineering department, as I do have a mechanical engineering degree. But the last 5.5 years, I've been a product planner in our Class C team, specifically the compact Class C, which is like our View and Navion, and then also the EKKO.
Oh, very cool. 26 years with the same company. That's rare these days, but not that rare for Winnebago, I believe.
No, it isn't. Yes. And as product planners, we define the motorhome features such as the floor plan, size, the components that go into it. And we also work with the coach and electrical engineering teams. And we also work with the interior and exterior design teams as well.
Oh, wow. So you were pretty much part of it, it sounds like, in almost every step of the way.
Yes.
Okay.
From the start all the way up to production.
Okay. The reason why we have you on today is because you had a heavy hand in the EKKO. And I was just curious, like, how would you best describe what the EKKO is and what group is it marketed towards?
Sure. The EKKO is an off-grid and extended season use capable motorhome, which includes large freshwater capacity of 50 gallons in a 23-foot motorhome. It also has large solar capacity and a standard lithium battery system. There's a standard 320 amp hour battery or an optional 640 amp hour battery system. Wow. The EKKO is designed to be a compact motorhome that is about the same dimensions as a van camper on the exterior, but much larger with a more spacious interior. It is about the same length as our Bolt, and it's a little bit taller and just slightly wider, but it's very close in size to a camper van.
Yeah, I think from being at the Overland shows, is the EKKO 7 inches wider than the Rebel?
Yeah, it's probably about that, but by the time you include the pods on the Rebel, it ends up being closer to the width of the Rebel as well.
Yeah, so it's a relatively small package vehicle, but it packs a lot of features, is what I like to say.
Yes, it does.
50 gallons of fresh water, you said?
Yes, 50 gallons of fresh water.
That must have been some creative engineering
It was.
to fit that all in there.
Well, one of the things Winnebago does, or at least used to, maybe they still do. I know when Sabrina and I bought our Vista, is that we did the factory tour. Winnebago actually makes their freshwater tanks in house, so you guys shape them to fit in weird positions. Like they're not just, I guess, square boxes.
That is true. And they did design, our engineering team designed the tanks to fit in the EKKO, and we do build them here at Winnebago.
Oh, you still do? Okay. Oh, very cool. Very cool. And then what group would you say the EKKO is marketed towards?
It's marketed towards owners who like to get off the grid and slightly off of the paved roads and stuff, on gravel roads, just some dirt trails and stuff like that. But mostly that want to camp off grid, don't want to. A lot of their camping is not in campgrounds. So,
okay. And remind me again, what chassis is the EKKO on?
the chassis is the Ford Transit all-wheel drive cutaway chassis.
Okay, all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're saying, with the all-wheel drive system, you can get off the normal paved. You don't necessarily need to be in a campground or anything like that. You can take it on dirt roads and be just fine.
Yes, the all-wheel drive system lets you do that. Yes.
Okay. Now I have what I think is a tricky question. So the EKKO falls into a Class C category, but I also hear people call it Class B plus when I'm at the shows and things like that. What makes the EKKO a Class C, or what makes a Class C, and what makes an RV a B plus? Is there a difference? Is the term interchangeable?
A Class C motorhome is a motorhome that is built on a cutaway or a cab chassis. And that chassis includes the front cab with a finished interior and the drivetrain and the rails, and are supplied by the chassis manufacturer. Whereas like a Class A is just the rails and the drivetrain, and they build the entire front end and everything like that. But a Class C has the completed cab from the chassis supplier.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense then.
What does the term cutaway mean? I'm not familiar with that.
Sure. Cutaway and cab chassis are the cab that's included. And a cab chassis typically has a back wall in it, but a cutaway has the rear wall removed.
Yeah. So if we could talk about the exterior styling of the EKKO, you had said that the EKKO's been out for 3 years now, but when I see the EKKO, I still, there's like no question about like what it is. It looks very different from, I think, all the other RVs out there, including other Class C RVs. Like it doesn't look like a View or a Navion. So where did that inspiration come from? Like that shape, that look. How did you guys come up with the look of the EKKO?
First, we wanted to give the EKKO a unique, rugged look that doesn't look like a typical motorhome. The EKKO looks a little bit more like a van with the front cap styling on it, rather than a typical Class C with the overhead bunk. The EKKO, not only has the rugged look, but the chamfered aluminum extrusions on all of the corners do provide protection for the EKKO for the use the EKKO may see. So the whole look was to be unique, and to give it that rugged, strong look. So
Okay. So the shape of it, the design of it, doesn't have anything to do with like one of my favorite features is like that rear cargo storage space. Like you guys weren't purposely building it out, the shape of it, to have all that garage space in the back.
The garage space was one of the original and main design requirements for the EKKO, but the styling I don't think was directed around that, or the styling wasn't based on that gear garage.
Okay. Oh, gear garage. That's right. You guys call it gear garage. How large? So the EKKO is 23 feet, but how large is that gear garage? And we should probably throw in the fact too that gear garage in the back is heated as well. It's temperature controlled.
Yes, it's heated and insulated so that owners can put gear in there that could be temperature sensitive. and it's all inside a lockable storage garage. The storage garage is, I believe, is about 54 cubic foot.
Yeah, it's
So
large.
it's a good size.
Yeah, for anybody listening, so you could easily fit like a mountain bike back
Yes.
there. I've seen mountain bikes back there, and working the shows, I've heard people say that skiers like that gear garage because it's temperature controlled and the skis fit back there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really good space. I know for like Sabrina and I, when we were shopping around for an RV, we were trying to stay as small as possible. We did go with the Class A, which is a big vehicle, but we're a small Class A. We're 28 feet. But storage was a big deal, and that's one of the reasons why we went to Class A. And I would imagine with the EKKO, people are probably really pulled towards that vehicle being 23 feet, but with all this storage capacity.
Mm-hmm. And then also, in addition to the large gear garage in the back, if the owners opt to not order the optional exterior kitchen, the compartment that houses the exterior kitchen is also a heated and insulated storage compartment, which is also another very large size compartment, large enough to house, like a cooler style electric refrigerator or other cargo and stuff as well. So.
Yeah, that's how I would order it. I would order it without that kitchen, just for, again, just for a little bit more storage. But I know those outdoor kitchens right now in RVs are really popular, especially overlanding market. But I feel like even in the RV side of things, the outdoor kitchens have been catching on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had mentioned
it's been a popular option. So
it has been. Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, I'm not wrong. And then with the storage compartments being heated, I would imagine it's pretty good then for just cold climate weather. Like I said, I've heard skiers talk about using it, put their skis in there. So I guess people that are doing like winter events is also, this is a vehicle for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then also, one thing when we're on the subject of the gear garage, another thing that we wanted to do is we wanted it to be customizable for the owner to use how it will meet their needs. We included the L track in all four corners to allow owners to tie down their cargo, but we've also included steel backing and aluminum tubes in the front wall of the gear garage and the ceiling so that you can attach shelving, other tie downs and stuff like that. And it's just, we wanted the owners to be able to customize their gear garages to meet their needs. And a lot of owners have shown us how they've customized their gear garages. And it's really been fun to see how they've configured their gear garages to meet their needs.
And then do you guys use that information for future builds? Like when people are sharing like, hey, this is what we did. Do you guys take that? Does that information get saved? Do you guys use that for future reference?
Sure. Yes, we take all feedback and review it. And yep.
Okay. And I want to go back real quick. You said something towards the beginning of the episode that there's an option for doubling your lithium capacity.
Yes.
When you do that, so you guys already have space just to double it. Do you lose anything when you double capacity of your battery capacity?
No, the battery compartment was designed to house up to 2 of the batteries, but we include one as a standard feature, optional second one. However, when you order the second battery, it does require deleting the generator option. So.
Okay, but at that point, with that much power and solar, you shouldn't even need the generator anymore. Yep. So again, that's how I would order it. if anybody cares. Staying on the outside of the EKKO for now, what can you tell us about the Batwing? Because I feel like that's something else that really stands out when I see it at a show. People come up to it, they want to touch it, they want to see how it operates, how it unfolds. Where did the idea of the Batwing come from, and what does really the Batwing add, because it already has an awning?
Yes, like you mentioned, the main patio awning is standard, and it's a power 12-volt powered awning. However, we have the option for a manual Batwing awning, which is stored on the left-hand side of the coach. This awning has been a very popular feature, and it easily increases the covered outdoor living space to 3 sides of the coach, because you could have the patio side main awning out, and you could extend the batwing awning around the left-hand side and the rear of the coach. So it really increases the covered outdoor living space. And you don't need to move the coach if the sun moves, or be outside of shade coverage if the sun when the sun moves during the day.
Okay, so it's really hitting that market again of the person that wants to go dry camping, be unplugged, out, kind of out in the boondocks, we'll say, or dry camping areas, so that once they're set up, like you said, they're not moving their RV to go with the sun. They can set up once and kind of be done and still have shade all around the RV. Okay.
Yeah, or they won't have the time where the sun is outside of the awning coverage, so the awning isn't really helping. They can just move with it. So
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feature. I like the batwing.
yes.
Moving inside the RV a little bit. So I don't think it's any secret that I do work with you guys with Winnebago and show the EKKO off at like overland shows and stuff like that. And the wow moment for everybody on the EKKO is the bathroom. It
Mhm.
does what I call like a magic trick,
Mhm.
where it's not necessarily a dry bath, but it's not necessarily a wet bath either. Can you talk a little bit about the design of that and how that works? I mean, everybody I show that bathroom to literally says, wow, let me go run and show my friend, show my husband, show my, like, it is like a big draw. How did that
Mhm.
all come about?
Well, first, I call it the dry wet bath. With this design, you get the styling, construction, and the features of a dry bath. You can have your wood cabinets and your medicine cabinets and your towel bars and stuff like that up in there. Your traditional bathroom sink with countertop, everything that you would have in a dry bath. However, it's in the footprint space of a wet bath. A typical dry bath, you have space for the toilet, the sink, and the shower, and that all uses up floor space. But with this design, it allows you to have the features of the dry bath all in the space of a wet bath.
Are you allowed to say how long that took you guys to design and get right? Like I would imagine, because that wall, for anybody that hasn't seen it, you have a wall in there that swivels and blocks off either the side of the shower or blocks off the side of the bathroom, but doesn't interfere with any of the plumbing. Does the plumbing move with the wall? Does any plumbing move? Is it, or not as complex as I think it might be?
It's not as complex, but it does move with the pivot wall, but it's not a complex movement. And they did spend considerable amount of time engineering it and prototyping it. So,
No. Okay. I'm going to stay on that path for just a little bit longer, because I really think it's a really like a huge standout feature. Do you remember the first time that you guys started talking about that bath or wanting to put it in an RV? And my follow-up question is, will we see that type of bathroom in another Winnebago product, if you're allowed to say?
I really can't comment on any of our future programs. So yeah.
Okay, I knew it, but I figured I would ask anyway.
Mhm.
So, I mean, some of my favorite things are, like I said, the garage, the bathroom. I really like that you guys are on the Ford Transit with the all-wheel drive system, but I'm curious, like, what are some of your favorite features of the rig?
One of my favorite features is the optional pop top. The pop top, creates an extra sleeping space for 2 adults in addition to the twin beds that are inside the coach. Pop tops are common on van campers, but not on Class C motorhomes in the U.S. So that's kind of a very unique feature for the EKKO. Another one of my favorite features, like I mentioned earlier, is the exterior kitchen. The optional exterior kitchen includes a collapsible sink basin with hot and cold water faucet, and it also has a 2-burner cooktop and a slide-out cooler style refrigerator and freezer. And the impressive design of this exterior kitchen folds and stores in a very compact storage compartment. So that's a couple of features that I really like about the EKKO.
I didn't realize that pop top you could get one without the pop top. I guess every time I've seen them at shows, they always bring the pop top one because it's cool. I like the pop top myself, but I didn't realize it was that you could order one without the pop top.
Yes. If you don't get the pop top, then you can order an optional luggage rack up on the roof as well.
With the pop top, how many people does it sleep?
It can sleep 2 adults.
Okay. Well, 2 adults in the pop top, and then 2
in the pop top, and then 2 down below. So 4 total. Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You actually mentioned something that I probably take for granted when I see the EKKO about that outside kitchen. Usually when I see outside kitchens in RVs, they're kind of like built into the wall. But this kitchen actually, like you said, I never really thought about it before, but kitchen comes out to you. I guess it's a more comfortable standing position to be out from the wall like that.
Yes. We designed it to extend out, and you can extend the main cabinet part of the kitchen, which brings the cooktop, sink, and refrigerator with you. And then when that's in the extended position, you can also further extend the refrigerator part to get access to the top of the cooler style fridge. Or if the whole kitchen is in the storage compartment, you can extend just the refrigerator portion if all you need to gain access to is the refrigerator.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
And then the sink portion of it actually has a little fold down counter so that you can extend that out to increase your counter space and give you a space to put the sink basin in. And the end of it also has some little hooks so you can hang garbage bags, spatulas, or tools or anything like that off of that while you're using the kitchen as well.
Okay. Going back to the design and the uniqueness of the EKKO and what it looks like, I'm curious, can you share with us, like, when an idea like that comes out and the RV looks totally different than everything else that Winnebago or anybody else is making, is it a hard sale for, I don't know if it would be corporate or for production? Like when you first bring that idea to somebody, how do you guys go about proving that it will be successful or worth the venture of even attempting to build it?
Sure. Before we started the project, the EKKO project, there had been quite a bit of discussion on the EKKO type of vehicle. And we did conduct a considerable amount of research prior to developing the EKKO. And then also after it was developed, we also did some further research to validate the design of it as well.
Is that consumer-based research? Like, do you do like surveys or focus groups?
We do interviews with owners. We do workshops on different topics, like off-grid or cold weather camping or power needs or things like that. So we do, with the interviews, we do user testing after, some of the units are built. We have, some people that use them and provide feedback. So, we do a considerable amount of research.
Okay. And then talking about feedback and things like that, you said after they go out, I guess this is even pre-production that they're testing. But after that, after it hits the production line and it's like out in the world, I guess, Are you guys still receiving feedback on it? And has there been changes made to the EKKO based on that feedback?
Yes, we have received a lot of great feedback from our owners, and there have been a few changes that have been made based off of this feedback. Changes to the coach portion of it include addition of overhead cabinet door struts instead of the magnets that used to hold the doors open. We've added features like portable solar panel input ports, spacer plates for the exterior compartment door latches, and also we changed to a different window shade and screen cassette. And then also, some of the feedback that we've received from owners, we've also made some changes on features that we order on the chassis. such as we've added, front wheel well liners, and we've included we ordered a smaller front center console based on feedback of owners, making it easier for them to get from the cab seats to the coach. So yes, we have received quite a bit of feedback. So
Okay.
Great feedback. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that Sean and I always appreciate whenever we have somebody from Winnebago on and we talk about customer feedback and stuff like that. We always say that you guys do more than just listen. You actually start implementing changes. But I didn't realize that you can make these changes that quickly or make them as many as you did. That's really good to know. That's great that you guys are doing more than just listening and just kind of shelving that information and not doing anything with it.
I guess basically you guys have a team that comes up with a requirements document, and then you hand that over to the engineering team, and they try and figure out how to make it all work, and then come back and say, well, you can have this, but you can't have that. Is that kind of how the whole design process works in a nutshell?
Yes, that's one of my roles as a product planner, is to create the definition document that is given to the engineering team to design to meet the document. And there are things in there that they come back and say, hey, we can't do this, or we could do something a little bit different, but so yeah, that is the process. Yep.
And is it a multi-year process?
It can be, yes.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Yeah.
From the time that the idea came about to production, about how long of a time period do you think that is?
It can vary so much from project to project. It depends on the scope of the project or whatever. So everyone's different. So
okay. Well, Brian, I believe that's all my questions. But before we let you go, is there anything we might have missed or that you would like to add to the conversation?
I can't think of anything right now. I think we pretty much covered it.
Okay. Well, we definitely appreciate your time. We know you're super busy over at Winnebago, and we appreciate you sitting down with us and chatting with the EKKO. We hope to have you on again.
Well, thank you.
If you have not seen the EKKO at a show or at a dealership, it is definitely worth trying to check one out. Winnebago was really innovative when designing this vehicle. There are a lot of features that make off-grid living easy without having to add a lot of aftermarket items. Buy it one day and be in the middle of nowhere the next. Check out the links in the show notes to take a closer look at the EKKO. As always, a big thanks to Battleborn Batteries for making this episode possible. We will be back soon with a new episode.
Looking to get out there and stay out there? Battleborn Batteries lithium-ion batteries are here to power your RV, marine, and off-grid adventures. Designed as an easy drop-in replacement for traditional lead-acid batteries, these reliable solutions have 2 to 3 times the power, charge 5 times faster, are a fifth of the weight, and last 10 times longer. Offered in a variety of models in unique sizes and shapes, ranging from 50 amp hour to a robust 270 amp hour, and backed by a 10-year warranty. Battleborn batteries are built to fit your needs and power your experiences. On the road, on the water, and off the grid, reliable power is here. Check them out at battlebornbatteries.com. With the complexity of all the systems in an RV, I always say it's not if something's going to break, but a matter of when is something going to break. That is why I think an extended warranty for RVs is so important. We first interviewed wholesale warranties back in 2019 and immediately became impressed with how their policies worked, such as you can take your RV to any licensed repair shop, including mobile repairs. They also have personalized service plans, making sure you are getting the right policy for your needs. And if you think your RV is too old for a policy, You might be surprised to hear that RVs up to 20 years old can still be approved for a policy. That is more age lenient than most RV parks I've stayed at. Go to wholesalewarranties.com/beyond the wheel or click the link down below in our show notes to get your free quote today.